about 8 hours, and we went every week to learn really a bit more about ourselves and to how we could see ourselves in a different light, really, to help us to move forward with goal setting and just whatever direction we want to go in our life, just to give us more confidence to do that.
I come here to prove my English, and I remember Vicky helped me for my first teacher to learn English, you understand, and really I can prove it now. I'm so happy about it because I have second teacher now, and she keep helping me more and more and more to come better.
I've learned a lot being here. I've learned to accept myself better. I've learned to be more confident. I've learned to conquer my anxiety. So yeah, I've done a lot.
I've learnt my alphabet, learnt a lot of English that I didn't know about, know how to speak right, know how to spell words, and now I'm getting further on with my maths. I'm getting there, take time, but that's my downfall is my maths.
I need to speak English to prove myself, to can understand the people, you understand, and for my work I need to understand what people saying for me, and they need to answer back. Of course, I have good experience about it.
I've learned not to be too hard on myself. I've learned to just keep focused, and I've learned to listen more to myself and not other people.
Of course, it helped me for future because now I can prove my English, I can have trust for myself, I can have conversation with the people, I can have so many things, you understand. Now I want to be, to study more English for my future, to become better, maybe to become nurse, doctor, something like that. You don't know.
I suppose my next goal would just to be, I need to do some more. I really like learning, so just to keep on with my learning and to be the best I can be, really.
I'm hoping later on I shall be moving up to university to study on to higher education, as this project has helped me with my anxiety, and therefore I feel more capable of interacting with others and being myself, really.
And I'm hopefully on to doing my level 2 of maths and then going on to level 4. English took a minute, but I got there. Maths, well, that's a different story. It's going to take time, but I will get there. Slowly. With a good tutor and good help behind, you'll get there.
We are dance leaders and we take primary school teaching dance every Friday.
So we've been the ones that have been choreographing things and teaching the little ones all the moves to adapt to big proper dances.
I've been tutoring ESOL and literacy for 3 years now to migrants that come into the country and to maybe Scottish people that need to update their literacy skills.
And we have a group of tutors at the moment who are very different backgrounds, but we've got one common factor, and that is we like helping people.
My role has been encouraging the learners to decide what they want to look at, supporting them with that, and then deciding whether they've finished or they need to move on to do something else.
It's kind of been working as part of a team. Recently we've did a fundraiser for the community garden, so kind of just getting involved in that and helping fundraise towards that.
The idea was to bring together a lot of the groups in the local area throughout the whole parish of Bilhelvie so that we could work together to support existing community groups but also to start off new projects.
We set up various groups for the local community. We've got a walking group, an adults art and craft group, we've got a monthly pop-up cafe.
Well, it's called Grand Natters. It's for grandparents of children with additional support needs or a disability.
We went on a week's course to Inverurie with Y Dance leaders who taught us dances as well as leadership skills to teach to younger children. They led the course with teaching us dance and they taught us how to do it, and they also showed us how to communicate with our class. So when we started our class, we knew exactly what we had to do and when.
We had a little bit of training. It was really like the psychology of teaching, methods of teaching, how to motivate people, how to make your lessons fun.
So we did lots of work on how people learn and how people work in groups and how you would work one-to-one, and from the ESOL point of view, how people learn languages.
It's certainly been a big learning experience. None of us knew anything at all really about taking on a building and the whole process of community asset transfer, but it's been an interesting process.
The Balhelvie Community Trust have been really supportive of our group, you know, as we've started up. They've helped us with ideas, with funding applications, and it's good to hear how other areas, you know, have done things within their villages.
I think from like observations of what other people were doing, you kind of just learn from example. It's quite easy. That's what we kind of did within the group.
I think I've just learned as I've gone along. I've set up the group and it's evolved. It's only been going about 5 or 6 months and it's evolved since then.
I've met some really interesting migrants, really very interesting people who've quite often made a major leap in their lives.
They get involved in things, and they've inspired me to become more involved in the community because they're involved despite the obstacles that they face.
I work in the health service, so the literacies and the ESOL work is very different to what I do 9 to 5 at work. So it's also given me lots of skills that I can then take back to my NHS work as well. So I've gained an awful lot.
I think a lot of the people who volunteer at the Sandboss, they hadn't been volunteers before, and I think they've learnt new skills. They've met a lot of people.
I feel like it's benefited me personally because it's helped me broaden my horizons. So it's not it's working with different people that I wouldn't usually work with, and develop my teamwork skills. And we did manage to raise money for the community garden, so it's nice to have like an end product that happens. So it was nice. It was quite satisfying for me.
It's made me a lot more confident and better with children, I want to say.
We've learned organisation skills.
Yeah,
is really
definitely.
important. Learning dances and teaching on the spot as well. And our confidence skills I've developed by teaching classes of 3 to 30.
Yeah.
I've learned how to be more organised, and that's through just making sure everything's on time and working to deadlines and things helps you develop better organisation skills.
Just seeing how it's affecting people, it sort of gives you a great rush when you hear the great comments about, you know, things that you've been involved in and that you've done. It just makes you feel good.
I think it's good karma. I just like helping people, and you know, if I see a need there, I'll try and get involved as best I can.
I think I would speak to people our age, teenagers like 13 and up, to get involved.
Because there's not many people our kind of age that get involved in stuff like this. So if we tell them how good our experience was going on the course, becoming a dance leader, they might feel motivated to go and do it themselves.
You don't need a degree because that was something that sort of put me off at the beginning. I thought, am I capable of doing this work?
It was a little bit scary at the beginning because you think, I need to learn an awful lot. But the support Vicky and Lada gave us made that much easier. And also everyone else who was learning at the same time was really supportive as well. So initially a bit scary, but if you take it in small steps, it's really, really good.
I suppose I've always thought if you live in a place that you should do things in that place and for that place and do things together.
I would just say, you know, just get involved. This is a very specific group, and it is providing support for people that are going through a difficult time. So I think just having that support there, you know, it benefits so many people. So if there's something similar out there, just get involved, go along to the meetings, find out more.
I think just give it a go, and you'll meet some really interesting people that you would never have met in your daily life.
Beneficial, worthwhile, and phenomenal.
very interesting, sociable.
Initially scary, very enjoyable.
Nice. Perfect.
Rewarding, beneficial and community-minded.
Inspiring, uplifting, motivating.
Interesting and extremely rewarding, so I'd say.
Happiness, something like that.
But it's satisfying, and that's the one main thing I would say, it's satisfying.
Oh, fabulous, fantastic, brilliant.
My experience has been fun, it's been enjoyable, and it's been
Eventful.
eventful.